Man, Friday night, me and my boys, bro, we got so hammered, man. We smoked so much of that ganja stuff, or whatever you kids call it today, you know, the green stuff. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about advertising, things that I found that have worked, and things that I found that don't work as much for me in my area. What's up, guys? Sean here with Spencer's Lawn Care. How is Team Spencer doing today? So in today's video, we're also going to be talking about different ways to market to your customers. More online, social media type things versus more guerrilla, in-person, upfront, in-your-face type advertising. If I want to target a direct area or a certain neighborhood, I have a number one go-to, guys, and that is signs. I ordered these off of uzmarketing.com. Now, I will say this too, guys. Don't just put these signs out and leave them all over the neighborhood or all over town. Have a plan. Say you're going to put them out for 2 weeks, okay? You're going to get a quick return, trust me. Make sure you go back out, you pick them up 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever it is. Just don't leave them out there so that they become trash and become a nuisance to your neighborhoods. Clean up after yourself, be professional. But these are definitely a way that we target for Spencer's Lawn Care in our areas if we want to lock down a certain neighborhood or a certain part of town. So I'm going to be showing you a bunch of different ways you can advertise that are cheaper and a lot more expensive. The next way that I'm going to show you that you can advertise in your area, there's nothing better than magnets. Driving around your town, being a mobile billboard with your name, your services, and phone number. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, guys. You're driving around every single day anyways, even when you're not in season. Why not get some magnets, throw them on your vehicle, and have a mobile billboard driving around town advertising for you. Great, cheap, effective way of advertising lawn care, landscaping, or any business in general. So when advertising your business, who better to represent your company than yourselves? You are the smiling face, you are the voice on the other end of the phone line, and what better way to advertise it than if you meet somebody, hi, I'm Sean Spencer, I own Spencer's Lawn Care, yada yada yada, and then hand them a nice, beautiful, professional business card. Nothing better than this, guys. I always have them in the truck, in my wallet, in my pocket, somewhere readily available that if somebody asks, what do you do for a living? Anywhere, guys. I've been at softball games. I've been out to dinner. Somebody will see my hoodie. You know, that's another way you can advertise. You know, shirts, hoodies, hats, everything. But you have to have a business card on you and an effective way just to reach in here. You know what? Here you go, sir. Would you like 1,000 of them? These things are dirt cheap, guys. 500, 1,000 business cards for like, what, 10 bucks? I mean, come on. If you got a business, you have to have business cards. So like I already mentioned, there are many different types of advertising. You can be a mobile billboard yourself, okay? You can get yourself a hat with your name on it. Yes, I know I need to order some new ones. These are very dirty. But you know what? I bust my butt all year long and sweat in my hat, and it's just filthy. And yes, I have washed this thing. It is sun faded because, you know, there's no other way to sun fade this stuff than being out in the sun, the UV rays, kicking our freaking butts. So let's go ahead and turn it around here. Some other ways. Hoodies, guys. You know, put you a nice design hoodie on the front. You know, Spencer's Lawn Care on the back. You can do your name, you know, whatever on here. These generally, guys, I can get for around 20 to 25 bucks made, depending on how many of them I want. Here's another one. T-shirts. We'll cover up my number here. Just, you know, cheap and effective ways. Generally, you know, getting t-shirts made, I can get these made for under 10 bucks a piece. Another form of advertising, you know, YouTube Spencer's Lawn Care. Put your saying on the back. Keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. You know, this is all a form of advertising, guys. These are just different years, different ways we've advertised. I quit putting my phone number on the back of it for the simple reason that it just kind of looked cluttered and it was just too much. And really all I want is the customer to know when we're on their lawn, who's on their lawn. If they happen to glance out the window, you know, they see our hat, they see our shirts, they're going to know Spencer's Lawn Care is on their property. They're not going to come out with a gun and shoot me, okay? Basically another form here, same as the t-shirt, but another hoodie here. Cheap, ineffective way, or effective ways, guys, to advertise. Generally, you can get 10 shirts made for 80 bucks, you know, 100 bucks, depending on your area. Hoodies, generally 20 to 25 bucks, sometimes a little bit more, depending if you have to have a design rendered, like I did last time, and if they're going to turn that into like a digitized print so that you can get like this one here, get stitching rather than just getting like a printed material put onto the shirt directly. There are a lot of cheaper ways that you can do things, and then there are more expensive ways you can do things. So these are all cheap, in-your-face type advertising, guys. But there are cheaper ways of doing it. There are actually free ways of advertising. You can go on Craigslist. I know a lot of people frown upon it. But if you're just getting started, what do you have to lose? Yeah, you're going to get some robocalls, but you're going to get those calls regardless. If you have a cell phone, a business number, you're going to get robocalls. They're just out there. It's going to happen. Just make sure you're careful. Make sure you're, not sharing too much information, and make sure you're protecting yourself and your family. But Craigslist is still an effective way, guys. I see large businesses in my area still advertising on Craigslist. Sometimes now they're charging. Sometimes you can kind of get away with it, get around it, advertising just different ways on there. But, like anything, most things are not free anymore. But there are other things that are free. Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you might not reach as many people as you want to, but what does it hurt if you have 1,000 people on your friends list and you just happen to share, hey, I'm such and such lawn care. If you're looking for lawn care this season, give me a call. That a lot of people don't utilize, and that is Google My Business. Now, you will have to confirm your address. You will have to confirm that your business owns that address and that you actually live there. I made mine years and years and years ago. I didn't effectively use it right off the rip, but this will also help your website. But even if you don't have a website, this is a way that people searching on Google can still find your business. As you see here, let me look around my camera here, guys. This is the last 28 days. We've had over 1,000 views, 1,000 searches, and over 3.89 thousand activities on here. Anytime you do an updated post, say on your phone or computer, on your Google My Business page, it becomes your #1 or your latest post. Create an ad. If you create an ad, you can actually pay money and you can run it, and it's kind of just like a Facebook ad. You can make it target a direct area around you. So I can put it out 10 miles, 15, 20 miles, whatever area I want to work in, but I can target that specific area, and then I'm paying to advertise to my customers directly, people in my area that are looking for my services. But my absolute #1 tool that I use to get my business seen on Google and many other pages, guys, is our business website. If anybody goes on Google and types in lawn care near them or lawn care in general, and I just happen to be close to them, I'm going to rank very high up there on the first, second, third page. Obviously, you want to be on the first, which in our area, we tend to be right there at the top in many areas. But that took a little while to get there. Some guys are better at doing it than others. This being my first website I've ever had, it took us probably a solid 3 to 6 months, guys, before we could make it to that front page. And a lot of that has to do with just tagging things, tagging your business, your work that you do, and linking your Google My Business page to this also. From my experience, guys, not everybody's the same. I know some people are going to have success with this and they love it. But from my experience, newspapers don't work for me. Magazines don't work for me. Personally, putting things in the mail, you have to be very careful because you cannot go put anything in a mailbox, okay? But you can pay directly to have mailers sent out. Those, for me, have not been effective. Now, could it be the advertising postcard that I use? It could be. But for the amount of money, you're talking $1,000 to $1,500 for a small shout out to a certain area that you're trying to target for mailers. I did not get the return personally, okay? Now, there are other ways that a lot of people have pushed in the past, making little roll-up flyers, going and sticking them on the mailbox flags. I'm telling you guys right now, from not personal experience, but personal experience from other people that I've known that have done this, you can get in trouble if you touch that mailbox in general, fellas. Now, this might not be all areas. It is kind of based on how much of a stickler your mailman in your areas are. That's what it comes down to. So, me personally talking to you guys, I would suggest not touching the mailbox whatsoever. Do not touch the paper box. Don't touch any of them. Just stay away from them. It's not going to work for you. If you want to do a flyer and you want to hand deliver it, you're going to want to get out on foot, walk door to door. Make sure you're paying attention. If it says no soliciting, just walk on by it, go on to the next one. But using a rubber band, a plastic baggie tends to work also, and just kind of hanging it, with a clip or something cheap and effective that you can do, or a little piece of tape on the handle of the door. That tends to work. People don't seem to get upset with that. These are all different ways of advertising, guys. Some work, some don't. You kind of just have to find what works in your area. That's the thing. But for me, guys, I'm finding that it being now the 21st century, social media is the way. Our website is the way. If you're on social media, just remember, if you're posting stupid stuff or immature stuff, people can search your name and that stuff can be linked to that also. So if you're on there like, man, Friday night, me and my boys, bro, we got so hammered, man. We smoked so much of that ganja stuff or whatever you kids call it today, the green stuff. We got fried, If somebody searches your name, that's going to pop up connected to your name. So just remember to be smart and watch what you're posting on your personal Facebook pages, Instagram pages, because they are being used today, guys, in job hiring, athletics. I've heard of college coaches that will do a Google search and find out anything on a recruit that they're potentially wanting to give a scholarship to. So just make sure for you kids and even adults, watch what you're posting on your own personal pages. So just remember, things that I've done that have worked for me may not work for you, and things you've done may not work for me. It's all about finding what works for your area and what works for your business. So as always, guys, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys, and don't forget, keep growing those freaking businesses. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Let's go.